to what we're thinking at the time of our death, that determines what happens to us after death, and that we all lead to a certain chakra according to our life, and that we could get stuck in the astral body for years and years, maybe thousands of years even, in the astral. And is it
So suppose you get stuck in the astral, what are you going to do about it?
Well, I'm going to try to make sure I don't get stuck in there by acting
By
right
doing the
way
Kriya
now.
Yoga, by doing Babaji's Kriya Yoga, by surrendering your ego to a force higher than yourself, who is ready to help you always. This is not being, people have not been educated to surrender in the West. They think that their ego can do everything. You see? So this cannot happen, because Lady Diana also wanted to do the same thing, and so did J.F. Kennedy. Okay, but they couldn't do it. So we are no exceptions. They're great people who have fallen. Let us accept there is a higher power than us, okay? And let us do the time-tried methods, the timeless yoga, which evolves us and gets us not stuck in these states. Now the other thing is also, the question is that, is it true that if at the moment of death, whatever we think, we become? So at the moment of death, I will just think of God. I'll be one with God, right? Right? So, and my whole life, I'll enjoy myself with the finest of wine and booze and drinks and women and riotous money, which I will lavishly spend on Ferraris and Rolls Royces, and take all my friends for a drive with the finest of champagne and Chivas Regal. What's the best British drink you can have?
Guinness.
What can we have? Which one?
Guinness.
Guinness!
That's Irish.
I like that.
Well, there's Bass Ale, but who would pass up a Guinness for Bass Ale?
Guinness, बेल बजा दूं, अभी इनके सर की बेल तो बजने दो घंटी.
But then you can't think of God. If all your life you thought of
Look,
Guinness, then
Look.
you're not going to think of God.
That's the point.
that is what I'm trying to tell you. So it can't be done like what you say. It's a collective effort where all the sum total of your karma and thoughts are marshaled before your mind's eye at the time of death. And whatever karma you do, that type of birth you get. So that's why a person who meditates his whole life on light and love and God will become light and love and God at the time of death. A person who has a mixed life will have a confused life. That will be marshaled before him. So you must make an effort. It's your whole life's efforts. It's not so easy. Let us have wine, women and laughter and sermons and soda water the day after.
But
It's a famous British saying.
Bruno, it's
Soda water.
but under that thinking, then we should all give up. Even if we're doing good, like even nurses and doctors, they should give it up and go to an ashram and meditate, because they're much better off that way. But to me that doesn't make sense.
It's not whether it makes us sense or not. It can't be done. They can't do it.
But they should.
But you should make your skin black, like Condoleezza Rice, and become a dark lady. You should.
No, but that's what
Can
you're
you do
all
it?
doing. But I could go
So,
to an ashram
but
and meditate.
But
instead.
you cannot do what is already molded and done, which is your prarabdha karma. It's already done. It's a done deal. You are what you are. Your face is like that. But your emotions and mind you can mold, because that's still in a liquid state. That's your present problem that you can tackle and change. So you can think of God in Om and merge into God at the time of death. But if you don't practice, then you will be what you will be. So it's not a single method, when I die I'll just think of Om and I'll go there. No. You will not be allowed to think of it. The momentum of your past karma and deeds will be heavy upon you, and you will be swayed. Those events will be marshaled before your mind's eye. If they are good, you go to a good birth. If they are bad, you go to a bad birth. So you have to make the effort now. It's now. So it's a collective effort of millions and trillions of thoughts which collect to form one Om, or one Frankenstein, or one goddess Durga. It depends on your collective thoughts. Namah Shivaya Om, Namah Shivaya Om, Namah Shivaya Om. That's the importance of chanting and muttering, as the British say. You know, these Indians have a peculiar habit of muttering. They mutter. What do they do when they mutter? You say, oh, you dumb. When they mutter, the mind substance is very impressionable. They create a very strong current of a thought form. So there's only one form of a divine light and love. And at the time of death, when they have only that form in their mind, they become that form. They're taken through the tunnel of that light. Once you get into the current, then your speed of evolution is fast. Finding Nemo. Then Nemo goes with the tortoises and he goes into the tube and whoosh, he gets to the goal. How many of you, all of you should put your hands up practically, have seen Finding Nemo? Put your hands up. That's the new philosophy. If you haven't seen it, see it. Otherwise I've got it, I can show it to you here. You see, these pictures come under the category of philosophic pictures. It depends on how your master interprets it for you. That's why you need a living master. He can make your life a joy. Because I'm going to show you how you enter the current, the tube, and how you can speed up. In the ocean there are currents. You know, the Humboldt current and all those. Once you enter that, you see how the tortoises went and Nemo said, hey, I want to go. And they went and they went fast. Did you see Finding Nemo? Then you ain't seen nothing. You got to be like the Americans.
Can I answer Doncha's question?
Loncha or Doncha? Doncha's question about what?
Because she says that you have to go to this thing and meditate. You don't really have to do that. When you're doing your normal life thing and meditating at the same time. I mean, by this understanding, it's preferable to spend your time meditating instead of maybe... But you would never think about it. If you wanted to go, you'd just go, no? If you're thinking about it, whether I should go or whether I should stay, then you're not ready to go.
No. The momentum of your past karmas is limiting you also. You may like to be the Mother Mary or Goddess itself, but your past karmas don't let you do it although you like it. So gradually, by chiseling your mind, working with your mind, you gradually become what you want. So it's not just an upstart. It's not a knee-jerk movement, you know. Knee-jerk moksha. Pink, punk, salvation. It's through long efforts, you know. It's through long and sustained efforts of many, many lives that the events of all your past karma and your thought forms are marshaled before your mind's eye, which in normal death they call delirium. You go into a state of delirium and then you tell your sister, you say, oh Rita, push the string a little more. Push it now. Oh, that's nice. And you see you and your sister playing as little girls. She's pushing the string. And then you say, oh, mommy, you had to break burst our bubble and call us for a bath. We were enjoying ourselves. And then the girl goes there. You see, before the woman dies, she has all these, this is recapitulation of her whole life she has before she goes to death. And that recapitulation or delirium before death determines your next birth. It's not just say, okay, I'm going to say, oh, no, you can't. But you can if you make it a habit, if you make it your second nature or your first nature, then you will be saying Om when you chant. Like Tapasviji Maharaj, when he left his body, he was going to go, he got up, he got into the lotus posture, he said the Om, Om, then went into the silent Om and straight through the Brahmarandra. He went into Niranjan Nirvana, which is a very, very rare thing. Normal people go into mokshas and higher states from the third eye.